Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. We'll dive into the charts, let the charts do the talking. What we saw today was a massive move in oil on up. Now, what did I say yesterday? I said yesterday we had a little bit of weak buying pressure. We could potentially head back here, but guess what? We did not. Buyers came in and pushed it higher and closed above the top of this resistance line. Now it's going to be support. We're going to see if we can run. Like I said, I do not trade in and out of these stocks. I stay in them. I stay invested. I am not selling my shares because inventory levels are quite low. We could have another move higher and this thing could break this big pattern and really move to the upside. We'll see if that happens and if that materializes. That is not a prediction. What I'm telling you is it's a possibility. It's not a prediction, but a possibility. And it's a likely outcome that we are going to go higher, much higher this year. What does that path look like? I can't tell you, but it's looking quite favorable for oil to continue higher. Natural gas also participated in the move higher, up 1.16% today. Not as dramatic as crude oil. If natural gas does look like it's ready to turn a little bit and get a little bit of support here, so we'll see what happens there. But it's right at that support line. We're right below it. We've got a lot of support underneath it. It's all in here, and I think we'll probably see a little bounce sideways. Now looking at XOP. It's looking quite strong. It's looking quite juicy. It's looking quite mega super powerful right now. We've broken this to the upside, this small short-term resistance line. We back out. We back way out. We are breaking this big line here to the upside right recently. Now, you got all these numbers in here. What are these numbers? The possibility is there where this thing really moves. We could see a substantial move higher if we can get some momentum behind us. We're starting to gain momentum. The oil price is gaining some momentum. We've got a pattern that we could potentially break on the short term here to the upside. We break above 130 and close above 130. We could see a big, violent move higher. So 130. A close above 130 is what I'm looking for. We're at 114-ish. We've closed above the sideways line. We're probably going to get to 130 quite quickly, potentially, depending on what oil does. And then we're going to see what happens there. SM Energy. Now, guys, this is going to be go time here. They're going to be releasing earnings. And what I'm drawing in is another pattern right here. So here's a big pattern. This is our lead in here. We've had a consolidation pattern up. We've got a lot of bullish candlesticks all through here. We've got resistance at about 38.50. We break this resistance line, guys. What that is we've got a pattern within a massive pattern. This is a shoulder, head, shoulder, and a potential break here that could be quite massive. We could see 60 bucks. We could see something much higher. I don't know. I don't want to put pricing on it, but we could see a next move higher when we break this 38.50 and close above it. We are lining up like we are going to run at it. So we're going to run at this right here. It's going to be fun, and hopefully we break through. I have a massive amount of money now riding on SM Energy. My portfolio is now living and dying on SM Energy just because I invested in it so early, I overweighted it, and it's gotten quite large. I'm going to continue to ride it. I haven't sold a single share. I'm not taking my profit yet. The market conditions are too good. The inventory levels are too good. The valuation of oil is too good. CDEV, another one that is looking fantastic. I have overweighted this position. I am quite overweight in SM and CDEV in my oil positions. These are some of my largest positions. This looks good for a shoulder, head, shoulder, and a very large move to the upside. I am holding on. I want to see at least 20 bucks out of this thing. Is that being greedy? I don't think so. I bought my first position I bought in here was about $1. And then I bought in again at $1.25-ish, and then again at $1.60. And I bought in again at $4, $4, and in here again. I cost averaged in the entire way. My biggest positions were in the beginning, just to disclose what I've been holding. I've been holding the entire time, and this thing looks fantastic for a continued move higher. Crew Energy is another one that I've overweighted. I own a good amount in this guy here. We've broken this guy to the upside. We'll prop 250, guys, 255. If you want to add into it, up to you. I bought in down here at $2. I got lucky. I saw it bounce down. I'm like, this could be the slingshot that slings us up higher. I think it's got a lot of good upside potential for Crew Energy. I like it a lot. Callum Petroleum, another one that I own. $16 is what sticks in my mind for a buy point. I think it was in here. Nice kind of cup and handle, broken to the upside. We're going to break this. What we're doing is we're at this large kind of resistance line going across. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to get it off log, and we're trying to break out of this. Every time we've broken above this line, we've had massive moves. Every single time we've broken to the upside. So I think we're going to see a massive move to the upside here for Callum Petroleum soon. It's another one I own. It is a position that's gotten a little bit bigger for me. So that one's looking good. Another one I own, Athabasca Oil. We can look at it non-logarithmically. Let me get these big ones. What I'm seeing here is we got this line coming across that we're breaking to the upside. Our next line that we want to break is $1.80, and then we're going to move to like $5 or $6 in a heartbeat, in my opinion. This is another one that I've got a good weighting in. I like this one. We are above its support line. Let it make you money. Just ride it. Ride it. Recaf, it's been going sideways. I know some people, it hasn't gone anywhere. Well, let's hope that this thing moves. I'm hoping that we can get a move higher. Hopefully they can release some information about some information on the potential of how big this deposit could be that they've got. Could be a large oil find that they have. So hopefully that's the case. Looking at Northern Oil and Gas, hopefully my drawing here is incorrect. Hopefully we can turn this around. Big picture view, guys. It looks fantastic for a move higher. It's got a bottom here, a second bottom, which is a slingshot type of pattern. Let me zoom in a little bit different here. We've got this kind of bottom slingshot, and then it can really rocket higher. I think if we can get above perhaps maybe $43, we could see a nice big move higher. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in the chart. I like Northern Oil and Gas. That's another one that I own a good stake in. Actually, I own a good stake in all of these. I guess I'm just an oil bull in general. Crescent Point Energy is another one I like. We're right there, bouncing on the resistance line. If we can break this resistance line, I think we can get a nice big move higher. But that's Crescent Point Energy. GTE, look at that. Like I said, guys, hold on to this. We've broken out of this pattern. We've come on up. We didn't get this back test. It just ran. I knew this thing was going to go higher because we've broken to the upside of this pattern, but it just decided to run higher. It did not give you that retest spot, and I've been holding on to this. I purchased this at 30. I put 34 cents sticks in my 36 cents, maybe 34 cents in here and in here, 28 and 34, and I've just been holding on to it. This thing looks like it's ready to go higher, guys. Do not sell this. Just hold on to it. We could see a big move higher on this as it comes back up. 14.5% day to day. Tellurian, another one that I hold. Just hold on to this bad boys. Don't worry about the patterns necessarily. We need liquefied natural gas. We need more terminals. Let them build it. Let them be successful. Pedevco's looking good. We're getting close to a breakout here. So this is another one that I bought where that circle is at, and this bullish engulfing day, I bought a good amount. Well, an okay amount. I think I bought like, I won't disclose how much. But we're moving on up, and we're getting close to this breakout here. So I think once we break this pattern, we could see a big run. So you're running out of time, I think, to get a nice, good little position down here. Oasis, I had this one going down a little bit. We'll see if that transpires or not. Again, this one is moving on sideways. I still think we can break to the upside depending on what oil does. CRK is one that I like down here. I would be a buyer down here, just sprinkling a little bit of money in. I do own this. It's not as big as some of my other positions, but I do own it, and I've been adding to it in this area. It's got a lot of debt, and when natural gas and oil go up, I think it'll reverse that debt. Sandridge moving on up, looking quite strong, ending strong, and hopefully that can continue. REI was one I bought down here at the tip of this. This thing looks like it's ready to rocket higher. You guys should have already been positioned based off of listening to my daily updates where I would have been a buyer. It's squeezing up, and it's ready to break to the upside, and we're getting that break. Surge Energy, you should have already bought it on the retest here. It was just resting. A cheetah just resting here is going to continue to run, especially if oil is going to go higher. So this was a low-risk, decent buying opportunity to buy off the support line for a move higher. And then looking at Tamarack Valley Energy, this guy was moving on up. Still looks okay. I don't know if I'd say that this chart looks the best. If you own it, I would just hold on to it. Don't do anything. We've got a big long-term trend break to the upside, which it's going to, guys, these are going to go up so much higher than what most people can imagine. OIH, the energy service sector, breaking out of its pattern here. This thing looks absolutely ridiculously good for a big move to the upside. On the dailies, it's breaking this pattern to the upside, which is even more bullish. I was like, well, this thing could potentially break to the downside. It's a rising wedge, but the rising wedge is breaking to the upside. It closed above it. This is mega, ultra, super bull. So that looks good. Very good. Tetra Technologies, that fake kind of breakout to the downside, and now we're moving up. Looks really good. Transocean, guys, if you want a good pick here, pick up Transocean. This thing's breaking its downward, the neckline here. It's breaking this. It's probably going to move copious amounts higher. Pump is getting pumped up. This thing's broken its long-term big pattern here and breaking out to the upside. This is where the money's made, guys. You should be long already, and you should just be holding on. EXTN's another one that looks fantastic from a long-term perspective. Big old break. So that looks ridiculously good. Valaris looks good. It's broken to the upside of this sideways pattern. Just hold on to it. MRM is a monster pattern that's breaking. You guys should be long, strong. Just hold on to it. Don't try to trade it. Let it make you money. This is going to be a big mover over the next years. Tidewater, another one that I own a good stake in for an energy service company. The break. Let it make you money, guys. The volume stepping in here. It's buying it all up. Just hold on to it. NEX has been an absolute animal. 11% day. We've gone from 330 or 350, 330, somewhere in that range, all the way to 770, and it's still looking like an animal and a beast in stride, cheetah style, moving up, finishing strong. I don't know what else to say. I've already said all the animals that I like. Next, CHX. Up just a little bit today. This one I think's, let me look at the long-term picture on it. Oh, it's still under resistance, guys. So I would actually be a buyer. Oh, it's underperforming. It's because it's at resistance. Once this thing breaks, you're going to get a big move like NEX or some of these other ones like Tidewater. You're going to see a big, probably move higher. Probably. That's why we don't all put all our money in one thing either. Cactus, this thing's still doing all right, looking good. OII, nice, good up day. This could break this rising wedge to the upside like the other ones. Big picture view, we're breaking this downtrend line, kind of a shoulder, head, shoulder. This could have a big move to the upside as well. Noble Energy looking quite strong. It's still under this resistance line. We'll break it at some point, and then we'll forget that we've even broken it, and it'll probably run quite a bit. HLX is another one we're going to try to break out of the upper end of this channel that we've got. I own this one. I've been just holding on to it. I think I got in at like 3 something, and it's been good, guys. But overall, oil's looking mucho bueno. It's looking really good. Looking strong. I mean, strong like bull, strong like ape, strong like I don't know what the heck to say. Strong like Superman. How about that? And I don't see kryptonite. All right, we do not see kryptonite. It's just Superman hanging out. Maybe he's got a beer or something, right? He's just chilling, and oil just keeps going up. And all these companies, they're looking really good. They're putting in these big, massive patterns. We're breaking things to the upside. A lot of action's going on. And you know how much action I've done? I've done 0 action. I've already bought in these companies. I'm sitting in them, watching them go up. And I haven't done anything. I know there's a lot of action. We go and do these daily things, these daily technical analysis. Oh my God, what's going on? And I'm just sitting here with all my companies, and my accounts are just going on up. I'm not trading in and out. I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching anything. I'm just sitting there watching it. That's probably what you guys should be doing too if you're in it. Just sit there and watch these things, watch them go up. Know that the market conditions are ripe. Go back to the thesis every single time. Go back to the thesis. Is the real estate market going up? Yes. Or would we have more housing starts going up? Yes. More loans, more inflation, higher interest rates. Now we're starting to see some things fall down. Regular stock market. The money's going to rotate over. It's going to be fuel for the run. This is money flows. This is liquidity sloshing around the system and moving. That liquidity will also put shortages in the system. That is what having too much money is in relationship to the supply of goods. That is inflation. Inflation, by another metric, is shortages. Make sense? So what's going to happen is the pricing of everything's going to get more expensive. It's not supply chain issues if your money supply goes up massively. It's a money issue. So what I am doing is I'm buying and positioning like a chess game, buying commodity companies before everyone else does, and then waiting for the money to rotate over. I'm there first. I'm partying there first. I got my choices for the best companies that I wanted at the best prices. And now I'm just waiting for that money to rotate over. You should be doing the same thing. If you guys like this type of analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, watch these things, watch some of my other clips, and watch the thesis clips in my description if you haven't seen those. Thanks for viewing. This is Finding Value.